The Rhineyville tragedy, which unfolded on June 26, 2023, saw Army Staff Sergeant Jordan Henning commit a horrific act against his wife, Ashley Henning, also a soldier and mother of 3, in their tranquil Hardin County home. The central question that emerged in the subsequent legal proceedings was how the image of a seemingly stable military family could be so utterly shattered. Ashley Williams, born in June 1986, was a distinguished U.S. Army veteran with deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan, holding a respected position with the Army's Human Resources Command at Fort Knox. Described as warm, intelligent, and vibrant, Ashley was widely loved. Around 2015, she met Jordan Henning, born in June 1990, an active duty staff sergeant at Fort Knox. Both were soldiers and parents navigating complex personal lives. Jordan was also undergoing a divorce and later gained custody of a daughter from a previous relationship. Their bond deepened, leading to their marriage in May 2016. They settled in a spacious 3,000-square-foot home in Rhineyville with their blended family of 3 children, presenting an outward image of the American dream. However, behind closed doors, their marriage was reportedly turbulent, marked by strain, disagreements, intimacy problems, and increasing emotional distance. Jordan had also started testosterone replacement therapy, though its role in the unfolding tragedy remained unclear. Tragically, moments later, surveillance cameras captured the horrifying events. Gunfire echoed through the neighborhood, followed by an eerie silence. Neighbors heard rapid bursts of shots. Shortly after, Jordan was seen leaving in a white sedan. Jimmy Watts rushed back inside to find Ashley Henning unresponsive, having been shot multiple times. Her 13-year-old daughter had witnessed the entire ordeal. A second 911 call reported a homicide. Deputies arrived to a grim scene. Ashley was pronounced dead. Jordan was located approximately 90 minutes later, just a mile from the house, reportedly apologizing repeatedly to deputies. The following day, he pleaded not guilty to murder and was held on a $1 million bond, leaving the community to grapple with the shocking question of what could motivate such violence from a man with no prior criminal history. Legal experts anticipated a first-degree murder conviction for Jordan Henning, given the compelling evidence, including surveillance video showing him retrieving a firearm, reloading, and firing again. Actions prosecutors would argue demonstrated deliberation. The prosecution framed the act as intentional and calculated, motivated by Jordan's fear that Ashley would report him for domestic violence, potentially ending his military career. They contended he sought to eliminate the problem permanently. The defense presented Jordan as an honorable soldier with no prior criminal record, arguing that he snapped and went over the edge due to extreme emotional disturbance, ED. They claimed he was trapped in a terrible marriage marked by years of physical and mental abuse from Ashley, who held a higher military rank. The defense sought to persuade the jury that this was manslaughter, not murder. The first witness, Jimmy Watts, testified about the evening's events, stating Jordan was generally a good guy and not previously violent. The Hennings' 13-year-old daughter's audio-only testimony followed, recounting what she heard and saw from her bedroom. Prosecutors attempted to introduce new allegations from the teen that Jordan had physically abused Ashley, but Judge Ashlock ruled against it, deeming it a trial by ambush that would unfairly prejudice the case. Jamie Savitt, a close friend of Ashley's, testified about the couple's turbulent marriage, mentioning Jordan's frequent complaints about Ashley refusing sex. Shockingly, she revealed she had seen Jordan grab Ashley by the neck earlier that evening but had never observed other signs of physical abuse and didn't believe Ashley was in danger. During cross-examination, Jamie confirmed Ashley was drinking and clarified her understanding of domestic violence, stating she hadn't seen physical fights, only aggressive acts like a car door push and the neck grab. After the prosecution rested, the defense called 4 military service members who testified to Jordan's good reputation. In a bold move, Jordan Henning took the stand, aiming to humanize himself and portray himself as overwhelmed and snapping under pressure. He described persistent tension with Ashley, particularly regarding parenting and household responsibilities. He claimed Ashley physically attacked him in the basement over cleaning the slip and slide, pulling him and smacking him, leading to a struggle. He testified that Ashley told their son to get Jimmy Watts, who then arrived and shoved Jordan. Jordan claimed he pursued Jimmy, putting him in a headlock, and then felt scared and angry, believing he was going to die. He ran upstairs to get his pistol and a spare magazine, and the next thing he remembered was standing over Ashley and shooting, unable to explain how he got there. During cross-examination, the prosecutor challenged his actions after the initial shots, pressing him on why he reloaded and fired again at Ashley while she was on the floor, suggesting a clear intent to kill. Jordan denied remembering the specific action of shooting her again after reloading. Dr. Justin Anderson, a forensic psychologist, testified for the defense, stating that Jordan being in a rage and unable to clearly perceive his surroundings, as described, would be consistent with extreme emotional disturbance, which impairs rational thinking and judgment. After deliberations, the jury returned a verdict of first-degree manslaughter, recommending the maximum sentence of 20 years. This verdict stunned many legal professionals. Ashley's cousin, Marine Corps Chief Warrant Officer John Williams, expressed deep disappointment and disgust at the verdict, publicly calling the jurors cowards. Weeks later, at Jordan Henning's sentencing hearing, Chief Williams delivered a powerful and blunt statement, directly addressing Jordan. He revealed a bombshell allegation. Someone close to Jordan had reportedly come forward with information not heard by the jury, suggesting Jordan had been living a double life. Williams presented this secret life as a potential motive for Ashley's murder. Williams asserted that Jordan had murdered Ashley, despite the manslaughter conviction, highlighting the devastating impact on Ashley's 3 children who would grow up without their mother. He sharply criticized Jordan for invoking his military service as an excuse, calling it pathetic and insulting, and stated Ashley was the true soldier. He accused Jordan of manipulating the narrative and selling the jury a lie. Williams then revealed the core of his claim. Jordan had allegedly been living a secret alternative lifestyle involving BDSM, cross-dressing, and sex with other men since 2014. He claimed Ashley discovered this, terrifying Jordan, and that Jordan was heard on camera saying Ashley was going to ruin my image. Williams concluded that Jordan killed Ashley to prevent her from revealing his secret life, promising that the truth was now public and that Jordan would have to live with the exposure. Many questioned why this double life allegation wasn't presented to the jury. Courtroom rules often exclude personal or scandalous information if it's not directly relevant to the crime or if its prejudicial potential outweighs its probative value. However, Ashley's family claimed the person who came forward with this information initially contacted the police, who allegedly turned them away. This raises a difficult question for the family. If that lead had been investigated, could the trial's outcome have been different? Following the sentencing, Jordan's defense filed a motion to reduce his 20-year prison term, citing a Kentucky statute that permits sentence reduction if the defendant can prove they were a victim of domestic violence at the hands of the person they killed. On May 21, 2025, Jordan again testified that Ashley had abused him. Prosecutors countered with evidence from a fetish website Jordan had used, not to shame him, but to show that some of his abuse claims aligned with activities he expressed interest in on the site, thereby undermining his credibility. Ultimately, Judge Larry Ashlock denied the motion for sentence reduction, stating there was no credible evidence to support Jordan's claims of abuse, noting that the surveillance footage did not back up that narrative. Jordan's original sentence remains in effect, requiring him to serve 85% of the 20-year term before parole eligibility. He also faces the possibility of additional charges through a military court-martial. The courtroom erupted in applause as the judge read his decision, providing a moment of relief for Ashley's family, friends, and the supportive community.